Have you ever met someone who made everything about themselves? Someone who craved admiration, manipulated those around them, or even lacked empathy entirely? Chances are you've encountered a narcissist. But what if I told you that narcissism isn't just one thing? That it comes in different forms, some obvious, some dangerously subtle? Today we're diving deep into the world of narcissism. By the end of this video, you'll be able to recognize the different types of narcissists and protect yourself from their toxic influence. Buckle up, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you see the people around you. So what exactly makes someone a narcissist? Is it just arrogance? Or is there more beneath the surface? Narcissism exists on a spectrum. While a healthy level of self-confidence is normal and even beneficial, excessive self-absorption can be destructive. In psychology, narcissism is most commonly associated with narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, a condition characterized by grandiosity, a need for excessive admiration, and a lack of empathy. But here's the catch. Not all narcissists look the same. Some are loud and boastful, while others are quiet and manipulative. Some seek attention through their achievements, while others do so through their suffering. Have you ever noticed someone who always needs to be the victim? Or someone who constantly tries to one-up everyone? Let's break down the different types of narcissists so you can spot them in the wild. Have you ever met someone who dominates every conversation, constantly brags about their achievements, and believes they're superior to everyone else? That's the grandiose narcissist, the type most people think of when they hear the word narcissist. Traits of a grandiose narcissist: arrogance and superiority complex, constant need for admiration, lack of empathy, sense of entitlement, easily angered by criticism, often charismatic and persuasive, seeks leadership roles or social dominance. At first, grandiose narcissists can seem charming, but their relationships tend to be shallow. They see others as tools for validation rather than as real people with feelings. They thrive in environments where they can be the center of attention, such as workplaces, social gatherings, or even social media. Their confidence can be intoxicating, making them appear as natural leaders, but underneath lies an intense fear of vulnerability. Have you ever noticed how these people react to criticism? Criticism, no matter how constructive, is seen as an attack. Instead of self-reflection, they retaliate with rage, blame-shifting, or even gaslighting. This defense mechanism protects their fragile ego. Their excessive need for admiration can lead to reckless decision-making as they prioritize maintaining their image over genuine personal growth. If you've ever dealt with someone who refuses to admit they're wrong, dismisses the emotions of others, and will do anything to maintain their image, you've likely met a grandiose narcissist. But what about the narcissists who don't crave the spotlight? The ones who work in the shadows? Unlike grandiose narcissists who boast about their superiority, vulnerable narcissists present themselves as misunderstood and unfairly treated. Traits of a vulnerable narcissist: extreme sensitivity to criticism, passive-aggressive behavior, frequent feelings of inadequacy, need for reassurance and validation, manipulative self-pity, prone to emotional outbursts when not receiving attention, envious of others but disguises it as self-deprecation. Do you know someone who constantly plays the victim, who uses guilt to manipulate others into giving them attention? They may seem insecure and shy, but underneath, they believe they deserve special treatment. They use their perceived victimhood to gain sympathy and control others, often engaging in behaviors such as guilt-tripping or playing the martyr. Covert narcissists may also have a deep-seated resentment toward those they feel have an easier life or receive more admiration. Unlike grandiose narcissists, who seek power openly, covert narcissists operate through emotional manipulation. making them particularly difficult to recognize and confront. If someone in your life constantly makes you feel guilty while seeking attention and validation, they might be a covert narcissist. Have you ever met someone who seems to enjoy making others suffer? Someone who not only craves control, but actively works to destroy those who challenge them? Malignant narcissists are not just self-absorbed, they have a cruel and sadistic streak. They take pleasure in manipulating and harming others, often going out of their way to inflict pain on those around them. Traits of a malignant narcissist: lack of empathy, enjoyment of others' suffering, deceptiveness and manipulation, aggressive and controlling behavior, possible sociopathic tendencies, vindictive and holds grudges, paranoia and a tendency to believe others are out to get them. Malignant narcissists can be abusive, emotionally or even physically. They destroy relationships, workplaces, and families, leaving behind chaos and pain. Unlike other types of narcissists, they don't just seek admiration. They actively seek dominance and control, often through intimidation, gaslighting, and even physical aggression. They are prone to pathological lying and will fabricate entire narratives to make themselves look good while vilifying others. Their cruelty often extends to their closest relationships, where they systematically break down the self-esteem of those around them. If you've ever felt like someone was out to break you, rather than just boost themselves up, you may have encountered one. The best way to deal with a malignant narcissist? Distance yourself entirely. They rarely change, and their toxicity can have lasting effects on your mental and emotional well-being. What if I told you that not all narcissists are power-hungry or cruel? Some hide behind kindness. Communal narcissists seek admiration through their good deeds. They want to be seen as generous, selfless, and morally superior. Traits of a communal narcissist: constant need to be seen as generous or selfless, public displays of goodness, expectation of praise for their deeds, privately self-serving and manipulative, grandiosity masked as altruism, competitive in their altruism, needing to be seen as the most giving, reacts negatively when their kindness is not acknowledged, uses their good deeds as leverage to control others. A communal narcissist might be the person who volunteers all the time, but ensures everyone knows about it. They don't help others out of genuine kindness, but because it boosts their image. They may remind people of their generosity repeatedly or expect special treatment in return. If someone's generosity feels forced or performative, they might not be as selfless as they seem. Unlike other narcissists, communal narcissists hide behind a facade of morality. They might present themselves as champions of social causes, deeply involved in charity work, or the empathetic friend or family member. However, their kindness is conditional. They expect unwavering admiration and gratitude. When they don't receive it, they may become resentful, lash out, or even smear those who fail to acknowledge their sacrifices. It's crucial to recognize the difference between genuine altruism and narcissistic generosity. True generosity doesn't demand recognition, while communal narcissists thrive on it. If their kindness feels more like a performance than a sincere act, trust your instincts. Do you know someone who constantly reminds everyone of how much they do for others? Someone who gets upset if they don't receive praise for their generosity? If so, you might have encountered a communal narcissist. Did you know that narcissists can also be divided into two subtypes based on how they seek validation? Somatic narcissists obsess over their physical appearance, fitness, or sexuality. They constantly seek admiration for their looks, often engaging in excessive grooming, plastic surgery, or attention-seeking behavior on social media. Their self-worth is directly tied to external validation, and they may become highly competitive in terms of physical attractiveness. Cerebral narcissists derive their worth from intelligence. They believe they're intellectually superior and look down on others, often using complex language or obscure knowledge to assert dominance. They tend to dismiss those they perceive as less intelligent and may become condescending or dismissive in conversations. Have you ever noticed someone who needs to be the smartest or best-looking person in the room? Both somatic and cerebral narcissists use their chosen trait to elevate themselves and belittle those around them. Somatic narcissists seek validation through their body and physical appeal, while cerebral narcissists crave recognition for their intellect. However, both are driven by the same underlying need for superiority and admiration, often leaving those around them feeling inadequate or inferior. Recognizing narcissists is just the first step, but awareness alone isn't enough. You need a strategy. Here's how you can protect yourself. Set boundaries. Narcissists will push limits, testing how much they can get away with. They may ignore your no, violate your personal space, or demand your time and energy without considering your needs. Stand firm in your boundaries. Be clear, consistent, and unwavering. If you say, "I can't talk right now," don't let them guilt you into a conversation. If you say, "I won't tolerate disrespect," don't justify, argue, or negotiate. Enforce consequences. Boundaries aren't about controlling them, they're about protecting you. Don't engage in power struggles. Arguing with a narcissist is like playing chess with someone who flips the board when they start losing. They don't argue to reach an understanding. They argue to dominate, confuse, and exhaust you. They may twist your words, gaslight you, or suddenly play the victim. When you recognize this cycle, disengage. You don't need to win the argument. You need to win your peace. Avoid emotional manipulation. Narcissists are masters at playing on your emotions. One moment, they shower you with praise, making you feel special and valued. The next, they guilt-trip you, making you feel selfish for having needs of your own. They might use fear, obligation, or pity to control you. Recognize these tactics for what they are: manipulation. If something feels off, trust your instincts. Remind yourself, you don't owe them endless chances. You don't owe them your emotional energy. Seek support. Dealing with a narcissist can be isolating. They may have convinced you that no one else understands, that you're overreacting, or that you're the problem. But you are not alone. Reach out to people who truly support you: friends, family, therapists, or support groups. Speaking to someone who understands narcissistic abuse can help you break free from their mental hold and regain your sense of self. Know when to cut ties. Sometimes, the healthiest option isn't to manage the relationship, it's to walk away. This can be difficult, especially if you're dealing with a narcissistic partner, parent, or close friend. They may try to pull you back in with false apologies, grand gestures, or by making you doubt yourself. Stay strong. No relationship is worth sacrificing your peace, self-respect, and well-being. If necessary, go no contact or set firm limits on interaction. Your mental and emotional health come first. Protecting yourself from a narcissist isn't about changing them, it's about empowering you. Recognize their tactics, stay firm in your boundaries, and prioritize your own well-being. You deserve to be free from manipulation, control, and toxicity. Narcissism isn't just one thing, it's a spectrum with different faces. Some narcissists seek admiration, while others manipulate from the shadows. By understanding their tactics, you can protect yourself from their toxic influence. If this video helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into psychology and human behavior. Have you ever encountered a narcissist? Share your experience in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and remember, knowledge is power.